So today, my dear viewer, today I'll be going over Book of Monsters. It's one of my favorite Roblox games, so let me tell you about it. Alright, so the basic gameplay loop is this. Each round, up to 4 people become monsters and are tasked with killing all the humans and destroying the map. The latter is optional. The humans' job is to dodge monsters' attacks with their agility, and touch the monster's self-destruct buttons to damage and eventually end their miserable existence. You got 2 game modes, Classic and Juggernaut. Classic is exactly what you think it is, and Juggernaut is just classic but haha big. Players can also drop down on the map and become meteors to screw up players for coins, or become minions and serve as second-hand threats for the humans. At the end of every round, players get coins they can spend on more monsters, monster skins, meteor skins, and gadgets. It's a nice basic gameplay loop, and works pretty well. Skins make coins worth using, and make people want to get cooler skins because gambling addiction. The meteors and minions make sure players can still play after being knocked out, as gadgets make sure customizing yourself as a human is possible. And overall, the game is very good at making sure you want to join in on the fun. So, about those monsters, let's list them, shall we? Minotaur, the first of the pack, escape from the maze and seek revenge on humans. It can slam its fist on the ground, throw some milk into the air to deal splash damage which you can control with your mouse, and roar to get people away from its button. Its button is angled, so not too hard to get to. Overall, pretty easy to clap. Llama is a giraffe that rages and went insane when people call it a llama. It can slam its head into someone's face, detach its head to fall and explode on some unlucky bastard, and create a shockwave that forces people to run away. The button is on its back, making it pretty easy to land and climb on. Dual Board doesn't have a description, probably just had nails dug into it one too many times. It can draw fire on the ground, shoot a train, and create a deadly circle of swinging arms. Its back is pretty flat, so punching each button is pretty easy. Castle Loco is a house that went mad after its owner went to get some rope bitches in a condo. It can slam itself on the ground, fire furniture out of its chimney, and create a once activated, inescapable tornado to suck everyone up. Buttons placed on its flat back, so not too hard to hit. Overall, pretty well rounded. Mittens was a toy stuck at the bottom of a claw machine. It can fire its fist at players, throw yarn that can stop players dead in their tracks, making them easy targets, and have a reskin of the Llama ultimate. The Squeeze also doesn't have a description, probably left in a sealed water tank for too long. It can slam twice on the ground, fire an ink ball that drips ink as it flies, and create a circle of ink, of which ink can make players slower and messing with their vision. Monsters like Dual Board and Reptile, who we will get to in a second, can let the ink on fire to become a straight up hazard. Meltzer apparently wants his ice cream back or something. It can slam on the ground, which also sometimes fires an ice cream ball, fires ice cream cones that act as missiles. It can miss destruction and property upon ice cream trucks to freeze players. Meltzer's button is wedged pretty weird, making it pretty hard to touch. Overall, the Meltzer is overpowered, get out as fast as possible. Reptile is an armadillo raised by bikers. It can pound the ground, spray fire, and become a massive ball of destruction that kills anything in its path. To make up for this, the button is placed on its back, so you can pretty easily climb its tail and touch it. These monsters are pretty cool and make the game much more fun and gives you many options. All the monsters are fun to play and force humans to make strategies around them. There are small problems like the game's hitboxes being trash sometimes, and minions being a hot mess, but they aren't that big a deal and don't detract from the game's quality. Overall, the game's play is pretty nice. It's definitely a party game for friends to enjoy. I have more to say, but I want to get some things out of the way first. Now, remember how I mentioned skins? Well, I feel as if they took over too much of the game. Now, skins on their own aren't a problem, and I think that cosmetics should be in games, but the way it just takes over the game is too much for me. As the game on the monsters, you basically have nothing to spend coins and ducks on besides skins for monsters and meteors. Yeah, sure, there are gadgets, but they are utterly useless the second you have any skill, and or are just reskins of other gadgets. You basically just get coins to get monsters, and when you have the one you want, just try to get all the skins. Now, this wouldn't be too bad if not for how much the game gets updates just for skins. Achievements, for example, which were added for after 4 years, only give small amounts of coins for doing tons of work. The only allure is donuts, which were made to lead up to the Donut Shop update, which has you buying skins with your donuts, which are also game for throwing away skins. Now, the Donut Shop isn't out yet, so take this with a grain of salt. However, we all see what they are doing. Then there's seasons, which have people grinding for hours to get prizes. Most prizes are either currencies or tickets, which you get you skins. There's also a season pass which lets you get tickets from the monsters from last year, playing a small issue. If you already had those skins from the year prior, what would be the point in getting them? There's more examples, but you should get the point. Book of Monsters skins are in every corner of the game, are basically the whole point of the game now. It's practically a skin collecting simulator. With all the effort that are put into skins, sure there could be gameplay updates too, right? I mean, there's a lot that can be improved or added. More gadgets that are actually useful, better menus to obtain, more monsters, maps, mechanics, game modes that aren't just big. I want to see the game evolve, and this ain't cutting it for me. Okay, no more complaining, I want to finish this. Overall, though the game has some flaws here and there, I think it's worth checking it out. It's a fun game to play with friends. If you're getting friendly, it allows players to master it while also getting their asses kicked. So, if you're bored, check this game out. Well, that's a wrap. See you next time, and make sure to subscribe or else A will stomp on your cock.